mark of the test. Pimp, too large and we way too fresh. Work well with. They quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we be standing in your front yard yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Oh, front yard yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling. Bring them out, bring them out. Oh. Bring them out, 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 bring them out. You just heard the sound of the king of the South, T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Beats the Monster. Bring them out, 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 bring them out.
I sit on the corner and shook my, now I'm finna give y'all another hit.
And I just put my drink down.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. The Hallis Trophy and a date at the Super Bowl await one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. They go play action on first. Bails out of the pocket quick. Finds a man, right side. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Second down now, 7 to go. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line. And it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Pass play now. Completed here to Pickens. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Back now, pressure on its way. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Coach's challenge to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 100 real quick.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing his Rattler. Flush down out to his left. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Ready.
Coming left is Miller. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch is made in close. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Gonna keep this one and go. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Saints get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to see those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back gets the handoff. And not much. He maybe got a few across the 30 to about the 32. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 32. Trying for the deep ball. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Rattler. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Big gain downfield. He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's who is running back, Kenneth Gainwell. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to get the Vikings the 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. From the 48. Throw left side, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. The running back gets it on the draw. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They're throwing it. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Another score here in this first quarter, Brock, as they continue dominating in this opening frame.
You know what I love here, Kate? This defense is seizing on a sputtering opponent, and they're actively trying not just to defend the lead, but to add to it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They've got a man in motion. Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He'll look to throw. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Back to the well again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Looks like they will indeed try it, 4th and 2. Another carry for him. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
4th down, pressure on him. He was not backing down for a second. Nice effort to carry the rock. More importantly, for his offense to get a first down.
They've got first down from the 31. They give it to him again. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. 21-0 our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. From the 29. On target to Godwin. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, short of the 15.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone. Mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Second down now, 7 to go. Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd and 7. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Third and 4 coming up now. Back to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings start to fight back with their first points of this game. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Now Camarda on to send it away. that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set. 22 needle.
Handoff here for Miller. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Into the hands of Olave. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Rattler setting to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, a give to Miller. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 13 on that play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Running once more with Miller. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 24. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, set. Cut.
They go left side with Miller. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Running back sent in motion. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. On the give, it's Miller. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Rattler back to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints make it a 3-possession game. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. This is ahead for about 5. Sent to the ground by Pete Warner.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. He gets it out left, and it's gone. The 30. The 10. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. George Pickens the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Brought down back at the 27.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Here's a quick pass, caught outright. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints with a chance to add to their lead.
At the Vikings 44-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Let's go.
They're going play action. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints racing them to the halftime locker room. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints stretch their lead to 21. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Jake Camarda on to punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And the punt team gets to this one at the 17-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Rattler to the air now. Buys time, rolling right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Rattler. Short pass brought in. And he goes out of bounds after taking it up to the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Back now, pressure on its way. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Vikings have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
To throw here on first down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on second and goal. Another try following the sack. This one's caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings get it back to a 14-point game. Now Camarda on to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's brought in by Miller. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Second and 3 now. From the 37. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
That's good for the Saints.
And he spikes it just before we hit 0, so they've got a chance now to add 3 here before we break on a long field goal attempt. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the third quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Slated downs to approach here from the 40. Again, it's Miller. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by DeMarcus Lawrence. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, here's Miller. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. He's got a man left. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All right, I'll set up now. First and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. He's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now an inside handoff to Miller. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints making a 24-point ball game. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Here's the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Putting a receiver in motion. Back-to-back carries here. They'll cobble together a yard there. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. It is Cup, left side. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll throw it again. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Extra point try now for Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
Find me an offense that won't take that type of result every snap. Good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They go play action here. It's his running back. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun, and give to Gainwell. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Looking for a throw here. Chased out to his right. Brought in left side by Godwin. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Trying to push this past the marker. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 41. Catch made underneath by the back. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
2nd and 10 now. On the left side. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's Vikings ball. We'll see if they can come up with something here and stave off elimination. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Working inside the red zone. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's going to be second down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
They put a receiver in motion right. They'll run now on second down. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Hits the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings putting up points in a game decided. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Now Camarda on to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Handoff here for Miller. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Let's go.
Coming left is Miller. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Looking to throw, Rattler. Caught by Miller. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Vikings football. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Throwing now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing from the gun. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Saints are stopped in the outer reaches of the red zone. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far, but now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Trouble, 38. Come on, set. 52 blaster. Hut, hut.
On the ground, it's Miller. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Check pitch. Ready.
Running once more with Miller. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. On the give, it's Miller. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Saints continue piling it on here in the 4th. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints continue piling on to this lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back. for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here from the gun. He loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Brown on the inside give. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
They have themselves another first and 10. From the gun, here's a Bonnie Conda. That's a big hole left. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Again, it's a Bonnie Conda. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. On the ground, Brown. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Eight yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Brown. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Saints throwing 6 more on the blowout. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Saints continue adding on to that lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Vikings just want to get out of here with how this one has gone. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun here. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll throw on first. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They're set up at the 35 now. Still sticking with the passing game. And they pick him off again! And the Saints take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just one step and one trophy remain. 2 weeks from now when they take the field in the Super Bowl.